Module 2 of the Topographical Skills Assessment will test your ability to select a short route between two locations. As in Module 1, this includes using the index, looking up page numbers, looking up grid references, and locating points of interest. And for Module 2, you'll be planning a short distance route of up to 5 miles. You will use the index to find the start location and the end location, and then identify these on the pages of the map. You'll have to list every single road you take in the correct order, using left, right and forward to indicate the direction travelled. Any exits on roundabouts also have to be listed, and there will be further questions asking you to identify what is the closest station to the start point and end point of your journey. Module 2. Let's run through an example question. Planning a route between Tooting Bec Underground and Clapham North Underground. Step 1. Turn to the index to find our starting point, Tooting Bec Underground. In this example, our starting point is a train station, so this will be listed in the train station section of the index, listed on page 431. Once we have these details, write down the page number and the grid square reference. Page 134 and 62JB. Step 2. Identify the end location of Clapham North Underground. Once again, this will be in the train station section of the index. Once we have Clapham North Underground, write down the page number and the grid square reference, page 112 and grid square 55NB. We can now identify both our starting point and end point by turning to the page numbers and using the grid square references to locate these points. Before we start planning our route, we have to understand how to use page continuation symbols. These symbols indicate the next page we need to turn to if the road we are travelling on heads off the page. These blue rectangular boxes located in the middle bottom of the page, side of the page in the middle, and top of the page in the middle direct you to the page number to turn to continue your route. We can now turn to the inside cover. This page is useful for plotting your journeys, as it shows us the exact page numbers we need to travel on along our route and what direction we need to head in. We locate the boxes with the matching page numbers for our starting and end locations, so pages 134 and 112. As you can see from the inside cover, we are heading in a north direction and are travelling from pages 134 to 112. On your route, you may travel along one-way road systems. Make sure to look out for the one-way symbol, which is a red arrow indicating the one-way system and indicating the direction of traffic. We now turn to the page of the map that contains Tooting Bec Underground, our starting point. On page 134, we look for the grid square of 62JB. We start our journey by writing start at Tooting Bec Underground. We then write forward Balham High Road. By using the page continuation symbol, we can continue the route, and as we come off the page at the grid square of JB, we can pick up the road on page 112 at the grid square of JB. Next, we turn to page 112 and we would then write forward Balham Hill, forward Clapham Common, south side, forward Clapham High Street, and finish at Clapham North Underground. Once you have completed your route selection, you will need to list the closest station to the start and end point. This cannot be the actual stations you start or end your journeys on. I will now show you the reference page, which will help you identify the symbols for stations. These include Crossrail, National Railway Network, Docklands, Light Railway, Overground and Underground. The closest station will always be on the same page, and to correctly identify which is the closest station, put your finger on the starting point and circle the radius until you are able to identify one of the train station symbols listed on the reference page. Now that you know how to plan a local route selection, let's progress to Module 3, where I will show you how to plan a medium distance route selection.